Now, Reliance Group has responded to a report by Cobrapost alleging a financial fraud of rupees 41,921 crore against Anil Ambani. The portal's report claims that funds were diverted from group companies since 2006, a charge the group has denied as being a malicious campaign to hit Reliance stock prices. Cobrapost claimed that rupees 28,874 crore were siphoned off from listed group firms, including Reliance Communications, Reliance Capital, Reliance Home Finance, Reliance Commercial Finance and Reliance Corporate Advisory Services to promoter-linked companies. Cobrapost also claims that an additional rupees 13,047 crore was routed into India through offshore entities in Singapore, Mauritius, Cyprus, British Virgin Islands, the US and the UK. The report claims that in total this could have caused a total erosion of rupees 3.38 lakh crore, condemning the report as a malicious campaign to tarnish its reputation. The group described Cobrapost as a dead platform, resurrected as a corporate hit job. Reliance Infrastructure and Reliance Power have also filed complaints with the SEBI seeking a probe into recent trading patterns in their shares. This is an allegation on the basis of a Cobrapost investigation. NewsX does not have access to the source documentation and ADAG has denied any such claims in the past. I have with me Aniruddha Bahal, founder and editor-in-chief of Cobrapost. And I do have some questions here. And now I'd like to begin by asking you my first question, which is, what are you alleging against Anil Ambani and ADAG?
What we are saying is that over the course of many years, there has been a fund diversion of more than 28,000 crores. And there have been also some foreign transactions which are very, very dodgy. So the total sum that we have identified at a dollar rate of 85 rupees to a dollar comes to about 41,000 crores. And the monies have been diverted from various listed entities of the ADAG group, which is Reliance Infrastructure, Reliance Capital, Reliance Home Finance, Reliance Commercial Finance, and there have been various ways and means in which they have done it. In some cases, they have given loans straight away, which have gone to either straight to promoter entities or shell companies. Those companies have subsequently changed their names and perhaps been merged with another entity. In the case of Reliance Infrastructure, the another entity was Edico Ventures, and they used NBFC to siphon up the funds from Reliance Infrastructure into a company called Sonata. And then subsequently, that company kept on changing names till the last name was CLE something or the other. So there was a systematic planned diversion of funds, public funds, which is basically money from generated from IPOs, money generated from bank loans, and of course bonds. So money is fungible. So once it arrives in a bank account, you can't really make a distinguish that that what kind of money this is, and that same money was routed away to the promoters' own companies, which obviously would be at a great loss to other shareholders in the company, the non-promoter shareholders.
Mr. Bahal, now ADAG says that there's no such thing. Who really decides?
That is hardly, we have laid out all the evidence. And in fact, it is not just us saying it. It is Bank of Maharashtra, Bank of Baroda, SBI calling the loans that they have given to the ADAG group as fraudulent activities. It's not my words. It is the banks who are saying that. The banks have passed on the complaint to investigative agencies, which is the CBI, NED, SFIO, and others. So it has nothing to do with us. We have simply collated the whole collage, a whole picture of what the ADG group has done, involving public records, MCA records, NCLT orders, SEBI proceedings, your foreign jurisdiction companies, etc., etc., some sources, etc. etc., etc. So it is not a question of what Cobra Post is saying. It is a question of whether what Cobra Post is saying is backed up by facts.
All right, Mr. Bahal, now my final question to you is that would SEBI or banks be the best place to settle the allegations?
No, it's the bank's domain. It's the money that has come in from the banks to these companies, and the RBI is the regulator there. So the RBI regulates the banks, and I fail to see how banks could lend thousands and thousands of crores and not and not provide sufficient oversight to protect that kind of public money, which is basically money in the form of deposits that we put in these banks. So it is not banks are simply the custodian of the money of the citizens of India. And the banks failed to provide adequate oversight over the loans that they had given to these entities, failed to provide continuous oversight on those funds. And I hold the banks to be the primary culpable party in this.